let's take care of the usual few things, and then we can get going. Did I? Yeah, I updated that. Okay, so let's get a tweet. And let's also do a Discord. Get things arranged here. I think that should be good. Well, can I just I always feel like I'm forgetting something, and half the time I'm right, so I'm just trying to. I checked. Yes, chat is working. This is up. Liz, hello. Thank you for joining me. I've been in kind of a weird mood this past week, and I was kind of struggling with what I was going to do for today's stream, but going to try and make it work. My nails have actually, oops. That was, yes, of course, a bottle of polish getting knocked off the desk. Let's find a safe place for this lip gloss. My nails have actually been naked for pretty much all week. But, gonna try and do something cool with them today. I've got just a little, like a hangnail, almost. Now see, something like this, I've mentioned before that I very rarely use a cuticle nipper, but can you see there, that little bit? That's something I would use a cuticle nipper for. You know, you don't want that kind of a hangnail to get worse or, rip into your actual skin. But I rarely use them for actually nipping cuticles. Stephanie, hello. Thank you for joining us. My middle finger, this one, it's just a dark mark. I've always had it. It's just some excess pigmentation. So I've had my doctor look at it. I mean, sometimes people see it and they're like, oh my God, it's skin cancer, but it's not. It's pretty much always been there. Sometimes it's more obvious than others. But other than it is kind of a weak spot on my finger. It's kind of hard to tell here, but I have a callus right here. This is usually where I, if I'm writing, that's where how can I show? That's how That's how I hold my pen, right against that side of the finger. So that's kind of, a pressure point, and that doesn't seem to help it. A blue-gray silver Smooshy. I bet that's cute. Yeah, it depends on the lighting. It depends on, sometimes it just seems a lot more obvious than others. Even as I turn it, you can see it's almost, what do I want to say? It looks like a magnetic polish or something. Like it goes from being very obvious to not as obvious to... I used to have one also on my my ring finger on my right hand, and that one's actually gone away. I have a lot of them on my toes too. That's why I prefer to keep a pedicure, because otherwise they just look weird to me. Okay. Hello. Hello, Lo. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so Beanie's not with us yet. He might pop in later, so that's why I'm just using his chair as a table for the moment. I've got the polished sketchbook out because we're going to be doing some testing first. And what is today? Today's the 11th. So sometimes I really am neglectful about like making notes in my sketchbook of when I'm doing something, and then I'm looking back, I'm like, God, I don't even know when this is from. Snoopy Angel, hello. Thank you for joining us. I've got my Moyu London crystal clear stamper. I do actually have, oops. I did actually get a new head for my Bliss Kiss stamper, but I think I still prefer this one for Smooshies. I remember at one point kind of doing a comparison and deciding that just the smooshiness I prefer this one. But you can use any stamper that you have. Pretty much any stamper. Black Sun, you're lurking. Enjoy your lurk. Thank you for hanging out with us, if even in the background. Yeah, I don't usually have a problem with like inspiration. I find inspiration all over the place, but sometimes I feel like I have a problem with like creative motivation, with like deciding what I want to do, or like getting in the mood to do some of the process that you have to do before doing a manicure. And I gotta confess to you guys that I almost just kind of took the easy way out. I have a haul that I have been wanting to show you guys, and I was just going to do a haul and do a plain manicure. But as you know, I really prefer to upload a tutorial to YouTube on Sunday, and so I kind of told myself to suck it up and get going on testing some things and like just kind of sucking it up. I've been doing a lot with the China Glaze flashback collection because they're fairly easy to get right now, which is not always true of polishes that I use, and I really enjoy them also. So I kind of thought to myself, okay, I've done water marble with them, we've done stamping. Last week we did the gradient. You know, what have I not done with these flashbacks yet? And I decided I should give them a try with some Smooshies. Although I would also like to water marble with them again. And like we kind of discussed last week, this gradient with the purple on top, I also kind of want to do. But I thought that was just a little too similar to what we did last week. So I decided to... I'm just going to clear off his chair just in case he decides to join us. So, we're going to be playing with Smooshies. And I may grab some other complementary colors. I'm really not fully sure yet. I do have, and these could probably use a little bit of a shake. I bought a new bottle of whiteout and liquid leather because my old bottles were all like half empty and goopy and weird. And I just thought some new ones would come in handy. So, yes, lurkers make the world grow on. I'm already getting behind on chat. I'm slightly, I almost want to say disoriented. I'm also kind of tired, but... And Combat King has hosted me with one viewer. And somebody told me, I'm still not sure. Like, King, if you're here, you could tell me. I don't know if that's a regular host or an auto host. Somebody said that auto hosts will not show up in Streamlabs, but I've heard people like call it out as auto host. So how do they know? Combat King needs to host more nail polish streams. Hello. So, okay. First things first. Let's make sure our stamper head is clean. Got my little mini lint roller. And I mean, you don't need to necessarily start with a new sheet each time. You can see this has some leftovers from our stamping, but it's still perfectly fine just to get any little extra bits off or any actual lint or cat hair, of course, that may have accumulated. Correct. Auto hosts will not show up. You have a special chat program that tells you when you're auto hosted. That's how people are doing it. Thank you, Combat King, because I've been curious, because it's like, well, how do people even know? So many things with streaming, it's like I don't know that I don't know, or that what I think I know is wrong until something happens, and then it's like, well, shit. The best decision you've ever made, Snoopy. Oh, I'm so pleased to hear you say that. Yeah, the only bad thing I have to say about the collection is that it doesn't seem to stamp as well as the originals. Although I would like to experiment with that some more with different like stamping designs and different stampers. And I'm sad that they didn't bring back all 12, because some of the colors that they left out were really good colors. You know, the darker purple, the green, the gold. So many of those were awesome. So, and if for anybody, I think all you guys so far have seen these, but just to briefly recap, China Glaze re-released some of their holos from like 10 years ago. The OMG collection, called them the OMG Flashbacks, and we have OMG, the silver, and of course my ring light is playing havoc with the holo, but please believe me, it's holo. Can you see it a little bit? See that little brush stroke of polish on the bottle? You can catch a little bit of the holo there. We've got Tonight, which is a blue, Deviate, which is a teal, BFF, which is kind of a magenta pink, IDK, which is a kind of lighter purple. The other purple I was talking about was called LOL. It was a much darker purple. And then we have TTYL, which is kind of a salmon, orangish, peachish kind of color. And I don't know if I'm going to play with all of them. I have them all out just because, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. We're gonna test a few things and see what looks cool and let the polish be our guide. And hopefully, in short order, I really don't want to do too much testing. In short order, I would like to find something that I can put on my nails and move on to a manicure for you guys. So, for the first one, I had turquoise on the mind, so I thought I would try white, the silver, and the turquoise. So, we'll get out some white. And usually for Smooshies, I end up doing 9-ish drops. And I actually wasn't very careful with how I laid these out. I should have been a little bit more mindful. Just to keep track of how they were mixing together. Because, of course, each nail is going to be different with a Smooshy, but you still want there to be some consistency between them. Like, sort of some consistency with the colors. Like, so that one is not, like, super, super, super turquoise, and one is, like, super, super, super silver. I actually like that. Almost forgot to make sure it was on camera. The silver is not showing up a lot on camera. I think it would show up more in real life, and especially more, like in the sunshine, of course, because holos, sunshine, best pals. I could try to get more of this off on the notebook, but I don't want to make like a huge, huge spot for these colors. So I've got a little napkin off to the side, can smoosh off some of the excess there, and then you're left with just a little bit more to use the lint roller on. And then you are clean and ready to go for the next test. I think I would like to also test the silver and the turquoise with the black here. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. So are we there? We're still. Gotta make sure you guys can actually see what I'm doing here. I'm actually not sure if you saw that other stamper at all, which is scatterbrained of me. But, whoa, that's a lot. That's a big drop. And that's a little drop. Okay. Gosh, my old liquid leather is so thick. This new liquid leather is like a whole different kind of polish. Like, getting used to it being that thin is kind of weird, but I mean, it's good. It's how it's supposed to be. And one more drop of the teal, turquoise, whatever you want to call it. And sometimes it's actually almost a little bit harder to get it to marble on the paper the same way that it marbles on your nail, because, of course, your nail is curved. So you're also going to get a little bit of gravity helping you, whereas with the paper, you really are just going to get what you smoosh out. That almost sounds a little bit perverted, but maybe that's just me. I like this kind of section right here. It almost looks like a mask, but where the blue and the silver and the black are all together. I think that one big drop of black kind of messed me up there. Like I said, it's not all going to look the same, but you want a kind of consistent mixing of the colors. So I like that. I don't want to, like, I kind of want to do the teal, but I also kind of want to try some other colors. So let's do the pink and the purple. Of course, maybe do I want to use a black or a white at all? Maybe I could use 3 of the OMGs. Yeah, I love the purple. And these 3 do go really nice together. Let's try that. I probably shouldn't have closed those either, because I'm probably going to want them again in the next minute, but I'm always paranoid when I just leave bottles sitting open on my desk that I'm either going to completely knock them over or that I'm going to forget that they're open. Okay, so let's... Alright, so there's the blue. There's the purple. And here's the pink. They might just blend into too unrecognizable of a hollow mess, though. That's my fear with just using straight hollows with no, like, white or black to cut them. That actually is pretty cool. It looks kind of like a nebula, almost. Like gases exploding. What if I stick some silver in with that? Let's, of course that doesn't evenly distribute into my 9-dot plan, but... You like that black sun? I like it too. Which, I mean, is part of the reason why testing is not just, let's see, how do I want to do this? It's not just something that you should do so that your manicure turns out well. It's something that you should do because otherwise you might not discover something that's actually, like, better than what you were planning. Like, these are not the colors that I was originally planning this design around. But they're awesome. Alright, now for some silver up in here. Okay. Needs more silver, I think. Well, no, maybe it needs no silver, not more silver. Either more or none, I think. How about... Okay, how about the blue, the teal, and the silver? OMG Deviate and BFF Smoosh as soon as you receive them. It was very oil slick. So that would be purple, teal, and silver. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. I'm about to do blue, teal, and silver. And even when, I mean, like, of course, you know what a Smooshy is. You know what these colors look like, but that doesn't mean that you can envision what a Smooshy with these colors looks like without, actually doing it. Because there's too much randomness involved. Oops. I kind of like that too. Whoa, whoa. Okay, it's okay. I thought I'd dropped this damper head on the cuticle nippers, which are quite sharp and should not come in contact with the silicone head. I want like more blue and less teal. I like all of these so far. That's sometimes the problem that you run into. And they're looking, I mean, the ones that are starting to dry, like this one, I mean, it's looking quite matte, but these are hollows. And once you top coat them, they're going to remember that they're hollows. I still do really like the one with the black, too, though. I kind of want to try that with... Well, let's do it. I want to do black and purple and silver, which, like, in a way, would be the absolute most obvious choice of color combination for me. At least that's what it feels like. Like, those are my colors, my go-to colors. But that doesn't mean that they're not awesome. And I hope my audio's okay. I was having a little bit of trouble. Well, not trouble exactly, but with my filter. There's a ton of cicadas going off today. And, like, I wasn't sure if I should set it, like while one was going or like while one was not going. Oh. That's so good. Yeah. I still feel like this needs a little bit less black. I like the purple and the teal. I like purple and teal. How about instead of silver, we do teal? So we do a black and purple and teal. Okay, so teal. I'm going to try and do like 3 drops of black still, but 3 small drops of black. And pretty generous drops of hollow. Okay. Small black drops. No, that's way too big. God damn it. I'm not used to having a bottle this full. Alright. Ooh. That's pretty nice. It reminds me of a drag marble I did once upon a time. Oh, and so Krista, I'm like answering your comments and I didn't even say hello. And I'm not reading chat either. I'm sorry, you guys. I think I'm slightly more out of it than I thought. I had a good night's sleep last night, so I don't know why I'm so tired. I ordered mine from Trans Design Stephanie. Their shipping is kind of expensive, but they're the polishes are cheap. Although they can change price. When I first looked, they were really cheap, and then I looked again and they had gone up like, I forget, 50 or 75 cents or something. Anything with purple is going to be awesome. That's your favorite CCB? Do you mean this one I just did? The black and the purple and the teal? I think that's my favorite so far, too. The black, purple, teal. You too, Snoopy. I really like that. I really like that. I mean, like I said, the black, purple, and silver I also really like, but the black, purple, and teal I feel like are even better. And even though I had a little bit more black than I wanted, I mean, part of it, too, is that we got really cool marble designs going on in here. Okay. Right now, out of all these, they are almost all. We could probably zoom out like a little bit there. I mean, the black, purple, teal, I think is a clear winner here, with the purple, blue, pink being a close runner-up. But I want to do something that is like not waking Ribbons with the host. Hello, Ribbons. And Jerry doing ink blot test. I mean, Smooshies are kind of like an ink blot test. We're just mixing polish together. You went to MoU for the first time the other day. Yeah. Yeah, I really... I think partly it's that we really get used to not having to pay for shipping. So many places have free shipping. But almost always if you're ordering international, it seems like you're gonna have to pay for shipping. And, whoa, oh, no. I think it's okay. God, the cat hair, though. My stamper fell on the floor. And even like Trans Design, I think they're located in the US, but their shipping is expensive. And it's like, we just get so spoiled. But what I look at is, how much money am I actually saving? I think, no, I might be wrong about that. Oh, I did actually damage the stamper. So you guys, like, I don't know. Whoa, God, I just literally almost did it again. Now where'd that go? I was just going to show you guys if the camera will pick it up. Very barely. See right there? See that little... It landed on something sharp, and that's a little tear in the silicone head. So, like, if that had been on the actual stamping head, that would have been a problem, because, like, that's a spot where it's not going to hold polish properly, where if you're stamping a design, the design isn't going to come through. Yeah. Gosh, okay, and I actually do need a new thing now. And hi, Ribbons. I said thank you for the host, I think. I don't know if I said hi. I do know that in addition to their website, MoU does sell stuff on Amazon, but I'm not sure if there's if it's like coming from a US distribution center or if it's still coming from MoU. I don't know if you have to pay shipping if you order from them from Amazon. But it's at least worth checking out. I mean, take whatever 2 minutes to go over there and see, or maybe they do have a U.S. stock as somebody other than Amazon, to be able to, have their products shipped from the U.S. That always makes a lot of sense to me. God, I really have to be careful. I'm dropping this thing all over the place today. Okay, so this is not my aesthetic, but sometimes that turns out better than I think, and then all of a sudden it actually is my aesthetic. Excuse me. We are going to do... I'm hoarse for some reason too, and I don't know why. White, pink, and orange. And, like I said, not quite my aesthetic. I mean, not that I hate these colors. When I was a kid, I actually remember orange being my favorite color, which, like that, like at what point did my favorite color change from orange to purple? That seems like something I should know or remember. Like maybe this was a significant turning point in my life. I don't know. But like nowadays, I do wear orange sometimes. I've got a couple, like that coral colored dress. That's really nice. But I mean, compared to purple, it would probably never win. But let's see. Okay, I feel like that did not marble very well. No, it doesn't hold a torch anywhere close to the purple, the teal, and the black. I mean, so much for stepping out of my comfort zone slightly. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the purple, teal, and black. I think we're just gonna call that the winner and move on to the manicure. That's what I think. And probably the best, well, yeah, probably the best base for that is gonna be black. You got either abbreviation for something I don't know or typo. That sounds like something that Bob Ross would say, though. Sometimes you gotta go out on that limb, because that's where all the good fruit is. Alright. So, the other decision that I need to make, and I have a little while to make it, because we've got to do other things first, is whether or not I want to use Simply Peel, because Smooshies are something that I feel like I always expect to be a lot messier than they actually turn out to be for some reason. It's like every time I use liquid latex, I'm like, did I really need to use that? But then if I don't use it, I'm like, God, I should have used that. I guess I probably should use it. Yeah. Okay, let's put this way over there, just in case Beanie gets in his chair, so he doesn't get nail polish on himself. Let's get some acetone, which, oh my God, you guys, I've been putting off going to Target for so long. It's down to here. And I don't have a spare bottle. So on clothes and on your nails, so Chris, you mean the pink, white, and orange one? From Head to Toe Beauty. I was looking at Head to Toe Beauty too, Sakrista. Or not Sakrista. Who said that? Snoopy. Can't even read straight today, guys. I'm a mess. I hope I can make a tutorial that makes sense. Okay. Battery and camera. Camera on hot shoe. So this is like, this little thing screws into the camera here, and then this is the part that attaches onto my ring light. So, now that the battery is charged, I can hook this up here, right above the webcam. I should probably just get a napkin for background. Hold on just one sec. Always a good idea to have paper towels around. Okay. So, I've got my stamper, I've got my polishes and my top coat and my Simply Peel, and where is my base coat? That's my old bottle. Here we go. Okay. I've got, like, I would, this one doesn't quite have enough room in it yet to top it off with the old one, plus the old one's kind of, I mean, it's not horrible and gross, but it's kind of on the thick side. So I don't know if I really should or want to mix them together. Okay. We've got all of our things that I think we are going to... Oh, probably need some tweezers. I'm going to be using the... Okay. Simply Peel. Okay. Yes. Yes, Average Low. The Marcus. It's a pretty good chair. It's actually the second one I've had. The other one I had for years. I mean, I think probably around like 10 years. And it eventually, like the air struts or whatever you call them, like just started going out. So you would sit in them and it would just all the way back down, and you would have to like raise it back up, and then like 10 minutes to half an hour later, here you are sinking down again slowly. So I eventually replaced it, and I liked it well enough that I replaced it with the same thing. So let's go ahead and get our nails clean here with a little bit of polish remover. And then I think I kind of, part of me kind of wants to use one of the hollows as a base color, but I think I am going to use black as a base color. Because I think they would both, you know, show up better than, you know, the purple over the teal or the teal over the purple. Although I suppose I could use the OMG as a base. But, I mean, we already know from the stamping experiment that the colors show up just fine over black. They stay quite vibrant. So, I think black should be fine. Other than black and white, see, that's the exception, and the answer actually is yes. I was gonna say I don't know, but I just remembered. Sally Hansen Babe Blue. It's a gorgeous, kind of like a cornflower blue, and I did actually use that up. And I bought a replacement, because it was still available. But I mean, it's pretty rare. I've got some that are, you know, down there, but for as far as actually, like, using up a whole bottle, it's really, really rare. And hello, by the way. Okay, so... let's... Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Put these things in order of use. That'll be much... Okay. Alrighty. So, we are gonna get started. It's funny now, because I already kind of knew it or suspected it, and you guys have said it, and I've had comments on YouTube now how funny it is, how much my voice changes when I'm like doing a tutorial, but it's just like I'm really concentrating to say what I want to say clearly, you know. I mean, it's different. It's different than the live stream in that way, because, you know, just don't want to have any mess ups when I'm trying to be concise and informative. Although, I mean, some of the parts everybody knows already. If you've ever in the world done your nails before. Starting out with clean, dry nails, I'm going to begin with the base coat. Today I'm using Ready for Takeoff, which is a peel-off base, and you can use whichever is your personal favorite. I'm a little bit still having the same problem with the with Ready for Takeoff that I was with the China Glaze Black. It's like the bottle is so full, and I've been so used to having a nearly empty bottle for so long that I keep getting a little bit more than I really need or want. I also like I said, I almost kind of did an easier stream of just doing a haul and a plain manicure. I also have another, like, kind of just on my to-do list manicure that I don't think is going to take too much work, but it's with gel polish, and I just didn't feel like messing around with that today. I feel like gel polish tests my patience. Serious Clinton. 3, 2, 1. Hello, Jackie. Thank you for joining us. Sakrista, thank you. So soothing. Thank you, Snoopy. I mean, you know, I've had very mixed. I'm mostly positive, but I mean, every now and then, you know, I've had some very asshole-ish comments about my voice. So I always really appreciate when people say that they enjoy it or that they find it soothing. And I hope my live streaming voice is not unsoothing, but I know it's a kind of a whole different vibe. Probably a little less soothing the more F-bombs get dropped. The heck is that? Get off my brush. Oh, God. I feel so off of my streaming game today. I just keep, like, forgetting to check that I'm in frame. I keep, like, I don't know. Whoa, okay. Just knocked over the bottle of polish. Nothing came out. If your reflex are fast enough, like don't panic when you knock over a bottle. Just, like, instantly pick it back up and you'll be okay. But, I mean, it is one of those kind of heart-stoppy moments because you're like, no! Not my nail polish. Or maybe just you don't even care about the nail polish. Like, no, not my work surface. Please. Oh. I get a lot of comments, Liz, that I sound like a man. Or that I'm completely boring. Or like, people are like, well, the tutorial's fine, but can't you put a little bit more inflection in your voice? Man, what a downer. Or that type of shit. It's like, oh. Dr. Crotron, hello. Where was my morning stream, Dr. Crotron? Not that I could have watched very much of it, but I think last night you thought today was Sunday, and that's when you do your morning streams. And then you woke up this morning and you're like, oh, it's Saturday. I probably have things to do that are semi-adulting and or with my lovely wife. Jerry. Oh, great. And anyway, thank you, Jackie. You always panic when you knock him down. I kind of do too, but it's like I've trained myself. I mean, it's kind of like when you see a spider. Like, don't scream, kill it. If it's in the house. If it's outside, then you need to run away. Because you're in their house. Oh, that's tomorrow. Yeah. C4, hello. Thank you for joining us. You feel like you have a dude voice too, so screw those people. I mean, I'm not like, I mean, I know I'm like, oh, you know, like, I don't have that type of a voice. But I don't think I sound like a dude. Filled with stupid people, don't let their stupid comments get you. Yeah, I mean, some days it's easier than others, no lie. I mean, I think anybody that's online, you know, has days where sometimes the worst possible thing you could just blow it off is like, you know, it's internet troll, and sometimes something that is not even that major or may seem kind of innocuous just kind of punches you in your gut for some reason. But when I very first started my blog, somebody posted a comment, and I took this advice like to heart that said, like, if you don't have any haters, you're doing something wrong. So the first time I got like a hater troll comment, I took it as, you know, like a milestone, like, hey, I'm doing something right. I have my very first fucking hater. Fuck you, hater. by the way. Because haters are so weird. Like, it's such a weird thing. Like, you're practically stalking somebody to insult them? I literally do not get it. I literally do not. You've been cleaning, so you haven't gotten to your mani yet. That's a better excuse than my excuse. I really did mean to give you guys a midweek stream and do like a plain manicure. And because I didn't, my nails were naked like all week. Today, Dr. Crotron, let's see. I'll show you the tests. We are making a Smooshy. And we did all these tests here. Whoa. Okay, those aren't open though. Yeah, I just knocked over more bottles of polish. Like with the notebook, because it's like, oh, something's in the way. Let's just shove through it instead of moving it. Because I was trying to show Dr. Crotron this one. This is the one we're going to be putting on our nails. So, the very technical term is a Smooshy, because we're going to take the polish and smoosh it. Haters equal you live rent-free in their minds. I mean, I have to admit, at the moment, I do live rent-free, but that's about the only thing that's free. Take it out on other people because they can't hide, because they can hide behind a keyboard. Yeah, it's just, like, go work on your own shit. Yes, F them haters. We'll have to think of a good, I mean, eventually I keep like being really grateful. You know, you hear all these horror stories, especially of, you know, women streaming on Twitch and horrible asshole troll haters, all that stuff, and like, you guys are also awesome. Like, I feel like if a troll or a hater came in here, like, they wouldn't stand a chance. Some people just live to be assholes. I mean, I guess so, Jackie. Yeah, and maybe you can find a way to use this on your models, Dr. Crotron. I don't know what that way might be. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the polishes. Then we're gonna do a base coat, and then we are gonna do Simply Peel. Yeah, and I was trying to, since I named myself Nail Master in the Discord, I was trying to think of some cute little name that goes with that to call you people, but I haven't come up with anything yet. I don't know. What one day, you guys, a community name will develop. Something other than the Moist Clock Room. Yes, exactly, Ribbons. It's like, oh, what a waste of time. It's like, why'd you waste your time watching it then? Why'd you waste your time writing this comment? Why would you ever spend any free time doing something that you dislike? Is my thing. Like, if you don't like it, then go do something else. I didn't see Black Sun asking about the manicures. But, I mean, hey, Jerry, that's more than some men do. That's... You don't have those grime nubs. That's a step in the right direction. That was a thumbs up that didn't quite make it on camera, by the way. See, and kind of per our previous conversation on controllers, Dr. Crotron, can you see, even when I do a thumbs up, that my thumb wants to bend more than really, like, is up? Like, my thumb just wants to do that. And I know you said that's bad. They're still kind of stiff, actually, from the other night. I probably went a little longer than I should have. What if your hobby is leaving nasty comments? Then you gotta get a new hobby, Lo. A hobby that enriches yourself. Oh. Are you ewing at my thumb, C4? Hi, Miss Invisible. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry. Well, we were talking about when, like Hollow Knight made my thumb a little bit sore. Mario did a number, I feel like, on my whole hands, and particular on my thumb, but different spots on my thumb than Hollow Knight did. So we were talking about, how to properly hold your controller and how to properly press buttons, and how, like, bending your knuckles in the backwards fashion is not appropriate. Oh. Alright. Feeling sprightly. That's so good, Dr. Curto. Oh, and also, thank you guys, because you guys are kind of cheering me up today, so thank you all for hanging out and making me smile. Let's move on with this manicure. The polishes that I'm using today are all from China Glaze. The purple is IDK. The teal is Deviate, and the black is Liquid Leather. I'll be using Liquid Leather as my base color, and once that's complete, I'll be protecting around my nails using Simply Peel. Popeye forum. That's all I had time to read. Now I have to finish painting. Oh my god, look at that, you guys. Okay. I don't remember what stream it was in. We were trying to use my old Liquid Leather as a base color. But, it wasn't doing this. This is a very good bottle of Liquid Leather. We have here one of the holy grails of nail polish, one coat black. And it's not just the camera telling you that. It is. Yeah. Oh, I'm so pleased that I bought a new bottle. I was like, do I really need a new bottle? Can't I just, like, combine these 2 or 3 mostly empty bottles? No. Nice, new, creamy, opaque goodness. That's really good. I don't know why I'm impressed. I mean, I know that China Glaze is capable of this, but like I've said, I've had bottles which were like, seemed to be bad batches or something, where they were not properly opaque. More of like a 2-coat black, or almost even in some cases a jelly black. Not that there's anything wrong with that, except for when you're looking for an opaque black. So nice. Probably could zoom in a little bit more for you guys, huh? Alright. I haven't even gotten to the smooshing yet, Lo. Smoosh is deceptively tricky. You use too little, you're not going to get any marbling, any really good smooshing. You use too much, and it's just going to be like over smooshed, which may sound like, what is this over smooshing you speak of? But if you've done it, you know what I'm talking about. You never tried smooshies yet? You need to get a stamper. One of these days, I never think about it until like after I'm already done. I want to show alternatives. You can just do it with like a piece of plastic wrap and just like put it on. You can either put the polish on like the plastic wrap and then like, or you can do the smooshy technique where you put the dots of polish on your nail and then press the plastic wrap on top. I always thought that it would be a really good excuse me, like substitute for a stamper, to take a little sandwich baggie or something and trap some air in it and get like, a little corner part of it with air trapped in it so that it's like a little, kind of like a stamper head, and use that to apply your polish on. Ribbons. I mean, you see, I got polish on the sides of my nails. It's practice. It's a lot of, I mean, I have done my nails at least once a week for like more than the past 9 years. And quite often more than that. Sometimes I'm better than others. Part of it is this polish is nice. I mean, a good polish and a good brush go a really long ways. Like if you get polish that's too runny, you could go like this, but it'll still just run right into your cuticles, like despite your best attempts. Or if you get a polish that's too thick and it doesn't want to flow where you're trying to put it, or if you get a brush that's too skinny and you got really wide nails, or if you get a brush that's nice and wide, but guess what? You have skinny nails. I mean, there's so many factors. See, there. I got polish on the cuticles on both those. Well, not the cuticles, the side cuticles, the side wall, which I'm sure has a... See, and I've really got too much polish on the brush. I really could be doing an even better job here. Even on my offhand. Well, even with my offhand, I guess I should say. On my dominant hand. That, I would say, is one of the things that took me the longest to get comfortable with. And my comfort level still varies from day to day. Is working with my left hand and my right hand, you know, in kind of equal fashion. Wait, you guys... Okay, now I gotta scroll up. Okay, I didn't miss that much. Yeah, and I'm not sure, C4, if I had actually thinned that out, like with polish thinner. My thinking is always, well, whatever the hell evaporated was not opaque, so polish thinner shouldn't make the polish less opaque, but sometimes it seems to. But sometimes it just seems like, you know, maybe it was poor quality control and that whole batch was just not as good as like this batch. But it definitely was not, it was not this good. The ring. Are you talking about the ring being reflected in my nail, Dr. Kurtron? Moon? Hello, go do your nails. No, if they're chipped, Moon, just go take it off. Just give in. Yeah, that big bubble wrap, that's... Well, look how far behind I am on chat. Yeah, like 3 minutes. That would be good, too. Oh, no, chewing. Why? Yeah, I do feel like my sidewalls are higher than average. Everybody's nails are different, though. Just like boobs. Have you guys seen on Instagram and stuff, there keep being these ads for your breast shape is as important as your breast size. What shape are your breasts? Which, I mean, they have a point, but it's like, this ad is so... I don't know. I don't know how I want bras to be marketed to me, but not like that. More careful, Sakrista. I know that feeling. Hello, Lunar Eclipse. Thank you for joining us. And Sparkly Tomboy, hello, how are you? Okay, caught up, mostly. Anxiety, mostly. Wait, what about anxiety? Anxiety sucks. Or do you mean anxiety about your smooshy low? Oh, the chewing. That's right. I asked about the chewing. See, this is why you don't get behind on chat. Because then you ask stuff, and then you take so long getting caught up, and you get to the answers, and you don't even realize they're the answers that you asked for. I've never been a nail biter, but if you want to stop, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there that will just make them taste so nasty you won't want to put them anywhere near your mouth. Sidewall boobs. Yeah, just take this quiz. We'll find your perfect fit. Stop nail biting with nail art, Lunar. Because it was like, oh my god, I worked so hard on this, I can't chew it type of a thing. That's great. Gelish. Is it too hard for you to chew through C4? Or is it gross? Let's, we should be putting Simply Peel on here. Do I need to be careful with this bottle. I want to try to keep it topped up so that there's not a lot of air in the bottle. I want to try to keep the neck clean so a lot of gunk doesn't build up. It's really, really nice right now, and I really, really want to keep it that way. So, we'll have to see. I mean, you guys will see the evolution as it, well, hopefully you won't see an evolution. Hopefully you'll see that it just stays nice and proper, thin, easy to apply, not globby, not curdled, not thick and dried up, not anything bad, only good. But, I mean, realistically, historically speaking, eventually I'm going to have some kind of problem and you guys will see it. Are we? Yeah. And I'm not being super careful with this. I mean, it's like I mentioned earlier, it's a hard decision because I feel like a lot of times I'm like, man, I could have skipped that. Partly because I'm also going to be using the orange stick because even with the latex, if you get a generous amount of polish, the Smooshy will want to pool like around the cuticle and around the sidewall, and the latex won't necessarily help with that. So I'll use the orange stick to kind of, help clean that up. You can also use your fingers. I know Robin Moses does that a lot, like when you're doing smooshies or drag marbles or techniques that kind of add a lot of polish to your finger. You can kind of, like where there's a lot, you can touch your finger and then like pull it off. But I just don't like getting my fingers that messy. Plus I feel like sometimes it pulls the design in ways that I don't want the design to be pulled. So I usually stay away from that. Your nail, yeah. It keeps the structure. Your nails are so thin that it made me want to bite them more. Like little thin nail chips. That sounds really gross. But like that's what I'm like for some reason picturing in my head. Your second grade teacher had a contest for all the girls for the longest nails, and the prize was a bottle of polish. That's pretty cool. That sounds like a cool teacher. Cool teachers are important and underrated. And, I mean, bad teacher. I mean, I think everybody's there. I mean, they're all obviously also like middle of the road teachers, and those are kind of just like, whatever, take them or leave them. They don't, I mean, they're teaching you stuff. Obviously, they're an important part of your life, but you maybe won't remember them when you're my age. If I were to have to go back and like name all the teachers, like the ones that are easiest to name are the ones that were really good, or in some cases even more, the ones that were really bad, like the bitch I had in third grade who told me that she didn't find any value in my doodles. Like, whatever. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna go down that road because it just made me grumpy just thinking about it. But good teachers are important. Yeah, that's true, Black Sun. Kept snagging your clothes in the sheets and cloth. That would like, it's one of the worst things. I mean, it can still happen with long nails too, like when you get a little, then you're catching on everything. And I suppose, yeah, now you have to keep them pretty short. Scratching the hell out of the boys. Of course you would, Moon. The Japanese lady that used to hang around Wolverine from the X-Men with the huge claw hands. I feel like I maybe know who you're talking about, but I'm not a very good comics or X-person knowledge haver. There, that's a little better. Sorry about that. I was I try to make sure that what's on the webcam and what's on my tutorial camera are pretty close to being the same. The teachers in Compton made you fear teachers for a good chunk of your life. Oh my god. It was your least favorite elementary school teacher. An adversarial aspect. That could be. Okay. Let's open these. So I think... Where did I stick the... We want to go pretty heavy with the turquoise and the purple. And... not as heavy with the black. Because, like, where's the other one? This one with the turquoise, silver, and black had too much black. This one I thought was going to have too much black, but still somehow managed to pull it through. I'm visualizing how I laid this out. I think I did the turquoise like on a center diagonal, and then the purple on either side, and then the black around it. I think I might switch it to do the purple down the center, and then the turquoise around it, and then the black. Because you see how the turquoise is kind of more dominant in the middle, and the purple is around the edges, even though there is some, there's some purple in here, and there's some turquoise out here, but I think if I switch them around a little bit, I can make it a little bit more purple dominant, just by switching that order of the colors. Lady Deathstrike, that does sound familiar. Yes, that also C4. Maybe only 2 drops of black. What I really need to do is just make sure that I don't get a huge drop. I still want to do 3 drops because I want to be able to make sure that it's distributed like through the whole thing, but just like a smaller distribution. Fears. I could just imagine that. I'm trying this whole teacher conversation. Like, I'm trying to remember teachers that I really liked, and honestly, there weren't very many. They always had high expectations that I didn't necessarily want to live up to because I had good grades. Like, I remember one time, they give you like a spelling test or whatever, and then they're like, "Oh, you did really well on this, so now you get to be in the spelling bee, and you gotta like go up on stage and like be in the spelling bee or whatever." I'm like, I don't want to be in the spelling bee. They're like, "Well, actually, you can means that you have to, because you scored over this amount. You have to be in the spelling bee." And I didn't want to, and I complained to my mom, and she didn't think I should have to either. And she came and picked me up from school on the day of this fucking spelling bee. Alright, C4. Have fun with your fur baby. My fur baby is, as you can see, MIA. Being a little hater. He'll probably show up approximately 30 seconds after we cut stream, because that's his usual MO. It's like, I'll cut stream, I'll start, cleaning up the desk or whatever, and boom, he hops right up there. I do seem to have better luck getting him to hang out in evening streams. At some point, I'd like to do more of an evening timed afternoon, late afternoon to evening nail stream, because even when I do them during the week, they're usually afternoon. But I don't know, afternoon is just usually more when I feel like doing my nails. So Caters, hello. Okay. Where? Okay. Okay. I know I'm talking to myself. I'm just mentally marking points that I want to be sure to mention. I mean, like, Smooshy tutorials are easy, but at the same time, you don't want to leave anything out, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's like I'm talking to you guys and I say something, and when I go back and edit the tutorial, I'm like, oh, I didn't actually say that in the tutorial. So, I want to make sure to... I don't want my viewers who are only able to watch me on YouTube to feel like shortchanged. Like, this is a bogus ass tutorial. This, you know, I mean, it's there's still am I already? I am. Well, I guess I don't need any right this exact minute anyway. This'll work. Ooh, ILNPs. Oh, I love that brand. They're spendy, but I love them so much. And I've for some reason, I mean, like, I go on Instagram frequently. I know I don't post that much anymore, which is I'm trying to get better at, but ILNP and Fun Lacquer keep just like popping up in my feed like, don't you wanna spend some money? And it's like, oh, I can't. Okay, so for my Smooshy today, I'm going to be using my MoU London Crystal Clear Stamper. And I usually try to lay out about 9 drops of polish to kind of get them to mix evenly. Of course, each nail is going to be a little bit different, but I like to try and have a consistent mix of colors on each nail. So I'm going to add 3 drops of the purple, 3 drops of the teal, and then 3 kind of smallish drops of the black. Then I'm just going to smoosh that onto my nail, like I will show in just a moment here. And so this is quite a bit. We'll go to my ring finger, and it's going to be messy like that, but that's what helps to create the marble. I'm going to clean up just a bit around the cuticles where it's pooling using my orange stick, like that. And then I'm going to grab onto the Simply Peel, the latex, and remove the rest of the excess polish. Like that. And repeat that for all my nails. Thank you for the sub, Dr. Crotron. That was delayed. Sure, Dr. Crotron. Dr. Crotron just gonna be creeping in my YouTube comments talking about that sound, that's me. That's me. I actually don't know how much is gonna show up in the video. It might not because of like where my camera microphone is placed. Kind of, well, facing away from my computer speakers. That was actually like a little bit more polished than I wanted in that Smooshy, but the good thing is that it really helps add to that marbled effect. Like the more you have the polishes kind of like running together, the more marbling you're gonna get. I'm trying to remember, I think it was also one where I smooshed on my nail, like I applied the polish onto my nail and then smooshed, where the colors turned out almost like pixelated instead of smooshed. There we go. And I think it was because I didn't use quite enough polish. And it was kind of a cool look, but it wasn't, like at the time I remember being kind of displeased with it because it wasn't what I was expecting out of a Smooshy. I think it might have actually been my very first Smooshy. And so I was disappointed because of that reason, but in hindsight, it really turned out cool. Where is the edge of my latex here? Oh, this is very sloppy. I guess in this case I am glad that I used it. 'Cause it's getting a lot. Not everything, but a lot. Hello? I feel like there's more under here, but there we go. Like that. You feel bad. Don't feel bad, Doc. I can't even claim that I forgot. I considered and then discarded the idea of muting my desktop audio while I'm recording the tutorial. Because if I mute it on my end and not in OBS, then it should just mute it for me and you guys should still hear it and stuff. And I just decided, what the heck. People on YouTube will be like, what is that sound? And then somebody in the know will probably come on and say, oh, that's just some special Twitch shit. Don't worry about it. It is kind of funny when I see some of you guys, and it gets hard to keep track of too, like because the usernames will be different. Like somebody is making a comment and I'm like, okay, you obviously were in the live stream, but who are you? Some of you have the same names everywhere. Some of you make it have to be like a mystery investigation. Like, okay, they're referencing this, and so that means they must have been in this one. Like Moon Bandit, she came and made a comment, and I was like, who is the... Oh, this must be Moon Bandit. You know, I'm actually not super thrilled with that one, but it's okay. Sometimes... See, let's see here. If we can just get a little bit more black in there. Like that. There. And a little bit more like that. There. Maybe a little bit here too. I felt like I had too large of color blocks on that nail. So what I did was kind of just like a little very tiny brief drag marble in the Smooshy. And that just added a little bit more interest there. And I think made it match a little bit closer to some of the other nails too. I mean, that's definitely an option. You don't have to just accept the Smooshy that you end up with. You can mess with it on your nail. I'm seeing lots of people saying hi YouTube, and I'm seeing lots of people saying that they like this, and I'm gonna read some more options after options. God, I've said it like 8 times. I am a spaz today, and I apologize. Some more chat once I finish this hand, or once my memory card hits its 10-minute limit. Whatever happens first. I do like the way this is turning out though. That and that middle nail, I mean, I guess that might fall under polish surgery. It could. I mean, I don't know. Don't just, well, I swear you guys, my words are so jumbled today. Don't just blah, 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 blah. If you are displeased with how it turned out, don't despair. It may be fixable. That's all I was trying to say. It's not that hard. Or, I mean, if you catch it before, I've still got like that much polish left on here. You know, just smoosh a little more, and you can see like where, like there's a little bit of black here. I want to add a little bit of black there. You know, you have some control. You don't have full control with this technique. I mean that's part of the point. But you're not helpless. You're not completely at the mercy of the stamper and the polish. Yeah, some of these are much messier than others. Well, I'm pretty sure there's latex here to grab. Or maybe not. Maybe it peeled off at some point. Okay, I think if I move swiftly, I should be able to also capture my thumb in this same clip. Usually the 10-minute limit is like not even any kind of an issue. But sometimes for longer techniques, it does come into play a little bit. Okay. Oops. Would help to stay on camera. Okay. And then we can call ourselves halfway done. Arrgh! Come on. I think because my latex is so nice and smooth right now, I think I am actually, I'm just gonna sit like this for a minute. I've got my hand like upright so that, actually those ones are probably pretty dry. I'm just gonna hold the thumb like this. If you, the polish is still wet and a little bit fluid. If you aren't mindful of your thumb, I mean, in a lot of positions, your thumb is going to be sitting, sideways like this, and the polish is going to drift all to that side, which is not only going to impact the design, it's also going to, it's going to end up kind of like thick and lumpy weird. So you want to give your thumb just like a minute or so to set, not fully dry, but just set so that it's not drifting. Before you start moving around it, or maybe like going to the next hand. The colors end up mixing too much, Lunar. Yeah, one of the things with smooshies is definitely like, don't over smoosh. Like, I'm not sure if you were here when I was talking about that before, but I said it sounds like kind of a weird term, but if you've done it, you definitely know what I'm talking about. And some of these, that's a little bit easier to see. Some of these are a little bit messier than others, but I still really like the combination. Part of the reason I really like the clear stamper is because it lets me see what's going on, like, as I'm working. So, see if I can get a good camera angle here. So, like, when I smoosh, and then I see, well, I've still got a part of the tip of the nail that's not smooshed, I can then do that without over smooshing in the area where I already have a design that I pretty much like, if that makes sense. Yes, and it's a lovely name, by the way, Moon. I like it. I've never heard that name before. Oh, now that's just from black sun to white sun. If you're serious, that's just like super confusing. It's like, well, I guess white moon would be the opposite of black sun. But white sun is like almost the opposite too. Picture's the same as in Discord. Hello Kitty flipping the bird. Yeah, so much polish. And like I said, you don't want too much, because then you can really end up with like, a mess, or with too much like extra polish. Like the pinky, it kind of went down below where I actually had the latex. I'm still not sure what happened here. I think I must have like lost the latex at some point, got it stuck or something. Had kind of a lot on my thumb also. Sometimes it also depends on the polish. Like if you have like a lot of polish and you're like, oh my god, this is almost too much polish. Some cases you can get away with doing 2 nails with 1 stamper's worth of polish. But I've also had cases where that was an idea that I had and an idea that did not work out very well. Like even with these, if the purple and the teal mixed together too much, they would get really muddy and you wouldn't have purple, teal, and black. You would have black and blah color. So, I mean, the testing, it's down there. I was looking at my notebook. The testing comes in handy for that too. Like you can kind of see, one I remember being really tricky was like red, white, and blue, because I wanted red, white, and blue, not red and purple and blue and pink and light blue. You know what I mean? Vlogs and bitching. Now, is that an actual separate channel, Ribbons, or is that like your current channel and you just privated all of those? Let's where's our Simply Peel? Let's Simply Peel up our right hand here. Our you guys have partial ownership of my hand now, in case you didn't know. Don't do anything irresponsible with it. Yeah, this Simply Peel, for those of you who missed it the last time I used it, this is from my new bottle that I just ordered during the July sale. I just ordered a big squeezy bottle of it, and I took my existing bottle, which was just full of the grossest latex ever. I emptied out as much as I could, and then I set it and let it dry, and like peeled out everything that was left in there. So the bottle was like completely empty, completely clean. I ordered I think I have some somewhere, but I wasn't sure where. So I ordered a couple new brushes to go in there, and I filled it up with all fresh latex, new brush, and it's just so nice to work with now. Nice enough if I could find my other little liner brush that I bought specially for latex, because obviously, I mean, latex would mess up a normal nail art brush. The only reason the brush in here doesn't get even grosser is because it's obviously submerged in there all the time. It's not drying out. I think it was Dr. Crotron asked about like drawing designs with the latex and then peeling them off. This consistency of latex would be good for that. The video's just removed, yeah. Yes, I don't know. Oh, and Ninja. There are several videos of my older videos that I would kind of like to get rid of, but I mean, they happen. That's how it was at that particular moment in time, so I leave them up. How come we always get like a box sweat emote when you see Moon? Shouldn't she get like a happier greeting, Ninja? Like you're always like you're getting caught at something. I know, Moon. It's so rude. Little subtle ninja bully. Oh, he's gonna turn it instantly around. Instantly around. I call him a bully. He claims Moon is the bully. I'm glad you could join us. I hope you're having a relaxing weekend since your weeks are filled with such horrible adulting now. That you asked for. This horrible adulting learning residency thing that you asked for. Well, it's not residency yet. It's what do you call it? Rounds? Moving rounds. You're gonna give me... Be right back. Bye. Gonna go find somebody else to love. The funny thing too, and you guys keep talking about Rock Eater in Stardew Valley, is it always makes me think of Clark now, because my puppy, he's a real smart puppy. He's great. He knows lots of words. He's, whatever, but he will get a rock and just like roll it around inside of his mouth and try to chew it like bubblegum. You'll see him and he'll be sitting there and you'll hear like ting 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 ting, and you're like, what do you have? And you go take it from him and it's a rock. Why are you trying to eat a rock, dog? And Beanie, I learned the other night when we had all those moths in my room, and they were flitting around and flying around, and shortly after stream, just as I was about to go to bed, Beanie caught one, which, I mean, I'd been wanting him to catch them, because, Otherwise, they're kind of hard to, they're fucking flying around. And he ate the wings and left a little moth body laying there on the ground. And yeah. I wasn't completely caught off guard because that's what he does to centipedes, is he eats the legs and leaves the little body laying around. But I felt kind of bad. And then just today, he caught a grasshopper, but the grasshopper escaped. So you don't have to feel bad. Your cat eats your soul. Dr. Crotron. Leaves and grass when he finds a nice scent. Oh yeah, he'll eat leaves, he'll eat grass, he'll eat fucking dirt. He loves a good stick to eat. I mentioned the other day the bike pedal of my exercise bike. Not like the bottom part, but like the top part that goes over your foot. While you're asleep. Bark to everything yellow? That's so weird. Dogs are wonderful. Dogs are weird. I don't think I'm gonna bother to record the right hand. We'll just do the right hand. And try to be careful here. Smooshing seems like it should be easy. I feel so klutzy trying to do it with my left hand sometimes. I literally do. But we're gonna give it our best shot here. Oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to hit you guys. I should move these bottles a little bit. Actually, I should probably move them to the side, because every time I reach, I'm blocking you guys' view, aren't I? I'll move them after I do this one. Okay, it's okay. Nothing spilled. It knocked over. It didn't spill. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. Smoosh. See, we've still got the tip of the nail is unsmooshed, so then we just smoosh, smoosh. And I don't quite like how the bottom is looking, so then I just smoosh. Ooh, now there's not enough purple. Smoosh. So I would consider that more smooshes than I would usually want to do. And that was what, 5 or 6? I mean, really, I would say if you can get it done in like 3 smooshes, that would probably be, I don't know if I want to say ideal, but really good. And we've got a big area of purple here too, so we're gonna just, before we even clean up the side cuticle, we're gonna pull some of this back in here, like that. Just to add just a little bit more interest, just to break it up so it's not a solid block of color when the whole rest of the nail is a swirled mix of colors. And then find the edge of our latex. Nope. Whoop. Oh. Okay, that could have been bad. That almost like went right on top of the design. That part kind of did. It's okay though, I think. Yeah, I can live with that. Smooshies teach me to be more accepting of mistakes, I think, because there is no right and wrong, but it's gonna be messy and there are gonna be things that you might think are mistakes, but it's all gonna be okay and it's all gonna be cool. A picture of the puppy. There's a picture in the Discord from a couple weeks ago. I should post a new one. Are you in the Discord, Black Sun? I think maybe. If you're not, somebody can do an ! Discord in chat to pull up the link. Anybody is welcome to join our simple little Discord. We've got animal pictures, we've got nail and polish pictures. Lately we've had some food pictures. I was even thinking about I said I was going to move these, didn't I? I was thinking about making a new channel specifically for the food pictures. like to encourage people to post more food. What do you guys think about that? Not that there's anything wrong with posting it in general as it currently stands, but I just thought if I added a food channel specifically, that might, you know, kind of, and in some cases, can you see? Oh, it's hard to see. I got a little bit of turquoise on the black brush. I'm just wiping that off on my napkin before I stick it back in the bottle. What was I? Okay, so that's 3 smooshes, 4. And that one's good. So, I'd say 3 smooshes, check yourself, and then maybe a couple more very targeted smooshes. And I mean, when I'm smooshing, I'm not every single time touching the entire nail. Like, I'm not using the whole entire... I'm just going to pull some of this over here a little bit. I'm not smooshing the entire stamper head on the entire nail every smoosh. You really use the curvature of the stamper, the roundness of the stamp head, to be a little bit more precise. Let the mod wars begin. Ooh. There. Come on. There we go. Like the Hunger Games. The mod games. Post pictures of fries every day. But they'll be different kind of fries. One day you might have fries with taco things on top. You might have some fries with chili things on top. Maybe we'll even see another attempt at sweet potato fries, Moon Bandit. A show and tell channel. What you gonna show and tell us, Ninja? Thank you, Black Sun. He is a cutie. He's adorable. May the mods be ever in your favor. It's kind of funny because we were talking about how when Dude was a puppy, he looked like just this little like stuffed animal creature. He was an I mean, all puppies are adorable, obviously, but like he looked a lot different as a grown-up dog than he did as a puppy. And Clark, it seems like he looks exactly the same. He's just like 2-3 times as big now. Let's see, yeah, close to 3 times. Oh, that's kind of a lot of black. He is close to 3 times as big as when we got him. I think he's I want to say he's 43 pounds now. And we're not sure how big he's gonna get because we don't know exactly what he's mixed with. Our vet, who, I mean, he's been vet of every dog in my life and all my cats. I mean, he guessed that he wouldn't even be 30 pounds, and we're already past that, so I don't know what to expect. I'll love him whatever size he was. I'm glad he didn't stay super small, because, I mean, he is partly a guard dog. I mean, we are on the north side here. And, you know, your dog doesn't have to be mean to be a guard dog, and even small dogs can be a guard dog, because even small dogs can bark. And if a thief sees a house with a dog versus a house with no dog, aka a house where he's gonna get barked at versus a house where he's not gonna get barked at, guess which house is not getting broken into? Let alone a house with a dog that may or may not be friendly, but is definitely big enough to take a chunk out of your ass in the event that he is not friendly. The moon, that's a little bit dramatic. A doggy to take kayaking. That seems like it would be fun. I can't imagine ever not having a dog. I mean, it's always a little bit tough, or a lot of bit tough, when you lose an animal, like knowing when you're ready to get another one. But I mean, it's never a question of if I'll get another animal. It's a question of, you know, when you feel ready to open up your heart again to an adorable creature that will love you for as long as they live, but who will not live as long as you will. my grandpa, after a bad pet experience where I believe the problem was, and I mean it sounds kind of funny, but I mean it was obviously not funny at the time. The dog's intestines kept falling out of its ass, so they would have to like go get them, like have surgery or go get them put back in, and eventually they had to put the dog down when my mom was a kid, and the kids cried, you know, her and all of her siblings, and my grandpa was like, can't see you guys this sad, no more pets ever. And I mean, kind of basically stuck by that. And you know, that's, I mean, it's you have to accept that there will be sadness, but the joyful times hopefully make up for that. See, now this just happened. This could be bad. I mean, with any other manicure, I'd probably be super mad because there could be polish on there and it could be getting on the nail that was already done. But it didn't, and even if it had with the Smooshy, it wouldn't be that end of the world. Wait, a saw blade? RPM on the saw blade 35k? What? What did I miss above this? How did you guys get talking about saw blades? Oh, versus a house with a dog with a head-mounted saw blade. Oh, Dr. Crotron. Dino! Hello! Thank you for joining us. We're on the tailish end of a Smooshy manicure. Yeah. Oh, still got a year to graduate, though. You know what? I'm kind of surprised. Or maybe it exists and I just don't know. So, like, they have these cat cafes now, right? Where you go to, like, get coffee, and there's cats just hanging around. How are there not dog cafes? Or are there, and I just don't know about it? Because there are a lot of people that, like, want to have an animal, and for whatever reason they can't. Either they maybe live with somebody that's allergic, or they live somewhere that doesn't allow animals, or they just can't afford it, or, you know, they're never home, so they would not be able to take care of an animal. You know, someplace like that where you can just go. I mean, well, you can also just, like, if you just want to play with some animals, like, stop by your local humane society. They would probably love to have you, and the animals there would love to see you, but you'll probably have your heart broken because you'll just be seeing all these animals that you can't take home, but you could play with them for a little while. Thank you, Dino. Pets enrich your life no matter what. Yes. Exactly, Ribbons. Go work out for you. While he's at it, he can work out for me, too. Yeah. Yeah, it takes a while. I do feel like if you pay attention to your real feelings, if you get in touch with your feelings, you'll know when you're ready. And two, when it's happened a couple times, I mean, you know, you also understand that the you know, a part of your brain is like, oh, I don't want to try and replace whatever animal you lost, but you're not doing that, and the new animal doesn't fill that hole, but they take up another part in your heart that kind of makes that hole a little bit smaller and wraps that hole up in comfort. You know, they help you heal. A cat cafe. Yeah, an owl cafe. That seems so cool, but part of me is really wondering, like, what do the owls think of this shit? Like, I can't see an owl really giving a damn if a person wants to, like, hang out with them. Chilling with an owl is on your bucket list. In Walmart? Well, I mean, parrots are actually really smart. I'm less surprised that he had a parrot on his shoulder than that Walmart let him come in with a parrot on his shoulder. Because, I mean, birds are smart, and they live such a long time that they can learn, like, really a lot of things, I would have to say. Dr. Crotron has birds, so he could tell us about birds. My own knowledge is very the word like anecdotal, like based on other people's stories, and not directly. I mean, like I'm racking my brain here. I don't think I've ever known anyone that like actually had a bird as a pet, other than Dr. Crotron. But like I haven't met Dr. Crotron in real life. I haven't met his birds in real life. I mean, I've known some somewhat odd pets. My Aunt Mary had a pig for many a year, which I know pigs are not a rare pet nowadays, but it wasn't one of those little pot-bellied ones. He was a big boy. He was huge. He came up, like chest high on most people. He was large. His name was Boogie. He would get McDonald's. I think McDonald's was every Thursday. And he would be in the house sometimes, and he had his own room. He lived for quite a while. I mean, that's a pretty unique pet. I mean, even a regular pig would be a unique pet. I say they're not uncommon, but they're not, like, common either. But I think most people that have pigs as pet have the slightly more reasonable sized ones. I mean, I think he was like 800 pounds or something. I mean, he was a big boy. All right. So the smooshing is done, but we are gonna have quite a bit of cleanup here. So let's get our stamper cleaned off and put away before we have any other close calls with destroying the stamper. A green cheek conure. Takes 0 shit on Dr. Crotron. Oh. Yeah, I mean, I suppose if they are smart, then they would get lonely. Like, they want somebody to hang out with. Gorgeous, but scare the shit out of you. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're normally super aggressive, but I mean, like, that beak can put in some work, I'm pretty sure. What? Trigeminal neuralgia. I can't. I'm not Jerry. I can't pronounce these medical words that you just throw out there so casually. Yeah. I know, I don't remember if it was my mom's bird or my grandma's bird. I think it was my grandma's bird, and at some point my mom had to leave her cat with her, and she thought that the cat gave the bird a heart attack because it kept, like, fucking with it in his cage. Which is, I mean, pretty fucked up if that actually is, like, why it died. Ninja? God, where's the SSD lewd? Ninja has emotes, you guys. Ninja used to stream. He's got good ass emotes too, but he just likes to come up in here and spam chickens. Okay, let's okay, we've got a cleanup brush here. Let's close these up. We shouldn't need these anymore. Yeah, there's Ninja's emotes. Okay. So, we've got a goodly amount of polish remover in there. Let's get a couple Q-tips, because this is pretty messy. And then we'll get going here. And we'll remember to turn on this camera. For a split second when I was editing the last tutorial, I had a moment where I was like, oh my god, I did not properly record applying the top coat. And then I realized that I had just not properly added that clip to my video editor. Like, I had added everything else in, but for some reason I managed to, like, skip that one somehow. But, oh my god, I was so panicked for a minute. I was like, what am I going to do? I'm going to have to somehow, like, pull up my stream and, like, crop it out of there. And, like, I don't know. Didn't turn out to be necessary, thankfully. But I gave myself a good scare for a minute there. Okay. mostly finish this, and then we'll just go around the edges with our usual brush. And the brush I use, I mean, I feel like the brush I use is probably a little bit larger than what most people would prefer. I mean, I may be wrong, but I would suggest, if you can, you know, give a couple different brushes a try, or even when you're going to buy them, like if you go somewhere like Michael's, the brushes are loose. You can, you know, mimic the actions that you would be taking with cleanup to see, like, how the brush feels in your hand, or how the brush feels doing the maneuvers that you want to do. I tried a slanted brush once. I thought that might be really cool. I kind of hated it, but another person, you know, might like it quite a lot. Having your own personal preferences, I mean, like, there's no one perfect, correct answer. Just like with Topcoat, like, I love Seche Vite. Seche Vite does not love everybody equally. And if you use another Topcoat that's your personal favorite, there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you use the same one as somebody else, guess what? That's also fine. One thing that gets me is, like, if you use something that you saw somebody else use, and then somebody's like, oh, you stole that idea from such and such. Like, well, no, actually, because it's allowed to use the same. I mean, like, there's only so many nail polish things to use. People get so possessive over certain things for whatever reason. I don't quite get it. Kind of like the trolls. Okay. These are kind of stubborn. I'll probably... I mean, I don't want to say I'm half-assing it on camera, but I'm not getting completely up in there, because really, to get completely up in there, I'd kind of want to get my face all up in there and get really close and look and see what I'm doing. Even like this, like, I'm kind of at through the middle of the ring light position, which is not, I mean, it's kind of awkward. But, I mean, going like this and trying to go under the ring light is also kind of awkward. So, just gotta kind of accept that when I'm trying to get it on film. Well, it's not actual film. You guys know what I mean. Okay. And black. Black is one of the worst colors to clean up. Black, red, certain blues will really... Actually, is this a little piece of... I think it is. It's a little piece of latex stuck on here. Damn it. Well, I mean, it's not horrible, but... How did you get stuck on there? There. That's better. What was I talking about? I've kind of tried to break myself at taking naps, but I kind of find myself sitting here thinking about taking a nap. Wait, why is Jerry gonna kill Ninja? What? I need to... Something? High Shelf of Steam. Thank you for the follow. Oh. Preparing something. Preparing something for stream? Jerry? Preparing something for dinner? The size, Miss Shredo, it's a royal Lang nickel. I think it's also called a royal golden Taclon something. It's that's not a 9, that's a 6. And yeah. It's a level 1 6 shader. In the information box of my YouTube videos, there's an Amazon link that brings up the exact Like, at some point I did look and find, because there's some other, I think there's some other numbers, like, under the label, but I very rarely ever bother to take the label off because it's just a hassle, and I don't find like it's necessary. I have also used one that's very similar to this, but slightly smaller, and I think once I had one that was very similar to this, but slightly larger. Like, they don't last forever, especially if you're not very careful about taking care of them, which I am not. Wait, I never finished reading chat. But they're like, I want to say $2 or $3. I'm such a spaz today. I'm so sorry, you guys. I think you guys are talking about like a TV show that I don't know about. The brush size is big as fuck. It is. I mean, to compare it like to an orange stick. So the brush itself is about double to 2.5 as wide as an orange stick. Or to compare it to like a cotton swab, it's like wider than a cotton swab. I don't know what else. Well, I suppose I could. If I actually had a ruler here, I could measure it for you guys how wide it is. I don't have one handy. Is this going to be a tutorial? It is a tutorial. The sections that I've been recorded, I'm going to put together. And then I usually record like an intro and an outro off a stream. Because I already have the most trouble recording those, let alone trying to do it while actually also still streaming. Oh. Maybe the size 2 is what I had before this. I should double check that. I have a bad habit of copying links and then realizing that the link is so old that it doesn't work properly anymore. I'm trying to get better with that, but some of my my go-to stuff is just in my upload defaults. Like, I don't even have to enter it in every time I upload. It's already there in the description for me. I should probably make a note to check that one. Yeah, I like the handle too because I like this little rubbery grip part. Oh, do I have my other one? I have some others from this brand. And then some of them have weird sizes. Like, this is just kind of like a medium-sized brush. And this is a 20/0. Like, what does that even mean? And see, yeah, see, this one does have... It's kind of hard to read there. See, it's like right at the end of the handle, which is under the sticker on this one, the SG 585. So this one also probably is an SG something something something. And my fan brush is also actually from this brand, which is also kind of hard to read. It's a 20/0 SG. Shit, that's really hard to read. 856, maybe? This one, I mean, has had some encounters with acetone, as you can see. Hard kickle. Oh. Yeah. For a while, I was trying to at least rinse off the acetone, like dip them in water or something, and like put their bristles back nicely. But I only remember to do that like maybe 30% of the time. Maybe. Time to feed the kitties and yourself. Later, Jackie. Thank you for hanging out. I think I've still got some latex left on this finger. Yeah, I do. Okay. Oh, you want even more hollow? I don't know, Dino. I feel like a hollow top coat would interfere with the OMG hollows. Because these are hollow. I know they don't look super hollow right now, especially under the ring light. But these are from the OMG Flashbacks. So the purple and the teal are both hollow, and then the black is just a black cream. Man, I feel like these are looking so messy. Probably not as messy as I think. I guess they're looking better than they were. Like I said, the black can be a challenge to really completely clean off. And definitely probably need a good hand washing to get rid of some of this excess residue around the very edges. And just the dried out look that acetone. Yeah, oiling up the brushes. I've done that a couple times, especially because I think it helps them, the liner brushes, to keep more linery than to get all splayed out and weird. Oh, there we go. Never too much hollow. Luke, hello. Thank you for joining us. We're toward the end, but I mean I feel like this cleanup is taking a while, so we're not I don't feel like I can say we're close to the end yet. We've still got a while to go before we get to, and I'm sorry I'm not on camera here, before we get to the top coating. I feel like on the topic of galaxiness, Dino, the black, just the black with the silver hollow, I feel like could do a really good galaxy Manny with. Or maybe maybe I should do some drag marbling with this collection. Oh, this is pretty dirty, isn't it? So many options, and I haven't done any drag marbling recently. I could not actually think right now, off the top of my head, when is the last time I did a drag marble. Maybe that will be next week. Maybe not, though. I want to do the other, like I said, the idea that I have that uses gel. I just didn't want to do it today. I'm gonna need more acetone. I'm gonna have to pick a day to go to Target this week just to get more acetone. The concealer brush from e.l.f., the white one. I might actually have that, in my makeup somewhere. Oh, I hate the way tea tree oil smells. I know some people love it. I hate it so bad. Oh. Oh, network issues. That sucks, Snoopy. We're not quite done yet. We've still got... This right hand really looks really a mess right now. We're gonna try and clean it up a little bit, and then we're gonna top coat, which is arguably, or perhaps not arguably, perhaps I should say obviously, the best part. Everybody loves top coat. Pointy at the end, also stiff. That makes a big difference. I mean, the time I usually know, it's time to really replace the brush is when the end, like right now, it's pretty, it's still coming to a good point. When the end starts to get bushy, and it makes it a lot harder to get a clean line at the cuticle, that's usually when I will replace it. And I think I might actually have a new replacement ready to go somewhere around here, except again, I'm unorganized, and I don't know where that somewhere specifically is, which negates any usefulness of having a spare ready if I don't know where I can find it. This week I need to just suck it up, make some more progress on this organizational project, and go to Target and get more polish remover. I mean, along with lots of other stuff, because Target. Lavender Essence. I like lavender. It's not like my favorite smell. My mom had lavender in her garden a couple years ago, so she made up some fresh little, little sachets. I want to call them a satchel, and I know that's not right, and then I want to call it a sachet, but I don't think that's the correct pronunciation. They're basically little bags of actual lavender. Well, actual lavender. I mean, oil is usually actual lavender too. It's just like distilled, well, not distilled. Oh, God. I feel like I'm making less and less sense as the stream goes on, which is not good because I didn't start out making a whole lot of sense. Lavender vanilla pillow mist. Ooh. Sachet. Shantae. No. Sometimes I feel like I'm really bad, like at a certain point in my life when I was reading quite a bit and learning lots of new words because of reading, but not actually looking up those words to get full, proper definitions and pronunciations. And I feel like it still kind of haunts me. I try to be good about it now, which is especially easy if you're like reading an ebook. One of the things I really do like about ebooks is if you come across a word you don't know, all you gotta do is touch it and you can fucking look it up in the dictionary. And it'll even tell you how to pronounce it. It'll even pronounce it for you if you so desire. Maui. Oh my god. I would love to go to Maui someday. I mean, I know it's like expensive and far away and I hate flying, but it just seems like one of those places that would be a worthwhile trip. Like, I mean, traveling is interesting to me, but a lot of times it's like, man, it's not interesting enough to justify the getting there part. Like, I'm such a homebody. My friend invited me to go, like, rafting and shit the other weekend, and I was like, you know, if there were rafting in Robbinsdale, which is the city that's, like, right directly next door, like, 5 minutes away, I was like, I'd be there in a minute, but I don't feel like going to, I forget, it was up in Big Lake or something. Like, I don't feel like it. I'd rather stay home and not raft than travel up there to go rafting. Lavender pastries, lavender honey. Now, was it lavender flavored honey, or was it honey from bees that made the honey from lavender flower pollen, which I think is still like a little bit floral, but I would expect to be less lavendery than like lavender infused honey? Because, I mean, that's part of the reason, like, why so many honeys can taste so many different... so many different. But, like, you know, where the bees are getting their pollen to make the honey does affect the final product. Like, they say that if you have allergies, that if you eat local honey, it will help your allergies. Because it's made from, like, the local flowers that are fucking with your allergies. Oh, man, you guys... I want to be done with cleanup now. I'm getting so antsy. And it's just so messy with this black. Like, I love a Smooshy with black. But, I mean, like, look at this cleanup. I mean, there's always a mess with cleanup, but, I mean... You can see, like, up in the cuticles and stuff, it's still, like, not clean. Like, I'm just sitting here... slaving away over a hot manicurist desk. Not really. It's cool in here. But, like, it's so much more stubborn than any other color. And I'm like right here. I'm sorry, I'm slightly off camera. I'm just really trying to get a good angle for it and get in there. It's actually... Oh, it's slightly warmer in here than I thought. 74 degrees. It's a hot day outside. It's been hot, like... Well, of course, anybody... I know we at least have Doc and Moon in here who are Californians are like 90s. That's not hot. It's too peoply outside. Yes. Yes, Snoopy. A subfolder in a Pinterest board that are pics of lavender fields. That's cool. Honey and coffee. I'm not a fan of coffee, and in my tea I usually prefer just sugar, but certain flavors of tea I really like with honey. Like lemon tea is really good with honey. Mint tea I think is pretty good with honey. That's all I can think of right now. I was really mad when they stopped making it. Celestial Seasons used to have a vanilla honey chai. Oh my god, it was so delicious! And they canceled it. Oh, and speaking of things that are canceled, for anybody that's been watching and following along with my Oreo Jello no-bake saga, after much research online, I have found the very disappointing information that the peanut butter version is discontinued. Like, what the fuck, Jello? Why you do me like that? I wasn't the only person mad. There was like a whole Facebook page of people complaining about not being able to find the peanut butter kind anymore. Yeah, I used to do that before I discovered the brush. I feel like I should be able to get it with the brush, but maybe I should try that, because I feel like I'm kind of not. If I have... Oh, I do. I actually even have some cotton on my desk. Let's, we'll finish this round with the brush, and then I'm going to get a little bit more acetone and try that. Yeah, I wish I could remember. I mean, I suppose if I looked back far enough in my blog, maybe I would. I probably would have made a post of the first time I used a brush and was super impressed. Sorry, I think I hit you guys with said brush. Yeah, definitely gonna need more acetone in my dish. And in my house. Let's, just grab like a little bit of... Oh, need more acetone first. Everything purple. Even a Christmas tree with lavender ornaments. So many purple lovers here. Too busy suffering from smoke and ashes to notice the heat. God, California, man. Huh? We're just like with a little bit of cotton. Like, oops. Didn't mean to slide you all the way off there. Dang it. I need to... That didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. Okay, I'm getting a new slightly... Okay, so I'm just getting like... I'm trying to remember how I used to do this. Like this much cotton. You get the orange stick wet, and then you kind of just like... do it like cotton candy. There we go. Like that. And then you get it wet again. And then you just... like... There. So now you have a pointy... Where am I? A really nice pointy tool where you can like get in there in all the hard to reach spots. That is working better because I can apply a lot more pressure with it than I can with the brush. Like you can apply some pressure with the brush, but only to a certain point because it's bristles, whereas this is, you know, cotton covered wood. You can really get in there. And I might have to change it because you can see the tip is getting dirty. There. That's actually really good. Thank you for that suggestion. I mean, it crossed my mind, and then like I dismissed it. But it actually is working really well. Alright, so that's dirty. So let's now just pull that off. Get a little bit more and do a fresh one. Even that's kind of thick. It's okay. It's fine. 122. Whoa. Savannah, Georgia. Yeah. Oh my god. I know Jerry's also in Georgia. Or not Georgia. Next to Georgia in Louisiana. It's hot for him. We were hot a lot, and then it kind of cooled down. I think this area actually still needs a little bit of brush attention. And then, like the past couple days, it's been in the 90s. But, all that said, I still prefer all this heat to winter. I mean, because winter is not only cold, but you're probably going to end up dealing with quite a bit of snow, too. Okay, I feel like this one isn't really wrapped on there very good. I'm going to redo it again. Sorry, guys. I know cleanup is not the most fascinating thing. Just a little bit. But it makes such a big difference to the finished manicure. Everything isn't looking unintentionally outlined in black. And then in a minute here we'll top coat and we'll call it a day. Fire tornadoes going on. That actually does not sound at all like a fun new discovery. That sounds like the suck. They lift cars up. Oh my god. So Bernie. Yeah, I know one of the other streamers that I watch, Megan, she's also in California, and she, frequently talks about how hot it is. It's so hot that, like, even when you have air conditioning, like, it's not really reasonable or energy efficient to, like, cool your house too much, when it's, freaking 100 and ridiculous amount out. Even in air conditioning environments, it's usually still pretty freaking hot. Alright, you guys, I think that's as good as the cleanup is gonna get, because I'm just, like, over it. I feel like I have a couple up here. I like the orange stick because I feel like the end is actually, I mean, it's not as pointy, but like whenever I use a toothpick, I feel like I need like a holder or something. It's so small that it makes it kind of hard for me to maneuver. So that's why I decided to go with the orange stick instead. I have a couple here in my dish just for like drag marbling and stuff sometimes. But sometimes I'll just go ahead and use the end of my orange stick because it's a little bit sturdier to grip onto. Yeah, the thick orange stick. Holiday season treats are one of the only good things about winter. And I don't hate winter as much now that I don't have to, like, get up, go dig out my car, and struggle through rush hour snowstorm traffic to get to work. Like, when it snows, if I don't have to go anywhere, I don't have to go anywhere. I can stay home and leisurely shovel out and not mess around with any of the idiots on the road. And that makes it a lot easier to be tolerant of the winter weather. I do like having seasons. I mean, I don't think I'd want to live somewhere where it like never ever snowed. Oh, ash. Yeah, that... I mean, I don't think people even think about that. Like, the fires are bad enough, but they cause all these other things. And then all the fires, even once they're put out, then those spots that have been burned, that's what's so susceptible to the mudslides, because everything that was holding the dirt is burnt up. And then you get mud and ash slides, and that's a whole other super, super unfun thing. Yeah, I think so too. Especially, I mean, some of it is just like from so much remover, especially if I can try not to pool too much top coat in right at my cuticle, which sometimes is an issue because I just want to like glom on the top coat because I love it. Okay, let's add a top coat. Go ahead and do any necessary cleanup, and then I'm going to finish off with top coat. As usual, I'm using Seche Vite. Yeah. Oh, I love top coat. Just makes everything so nice. This is not quite as satisfying as like top coating a gradient. Like top coating a gradient is like strangely satisfying territory. But this is pretty satisfying. It's like everything just it's like turning on the focus and getting a sharp focus on the camera. Like you go from, oh, I can see that and I can tell what it is, to oh, I can see that. I can fully appreciate that. Like it brings the colors to life. Smooths out any weirdness, especially like those spots where I did a little bit of extra dragging or a little minimal polish surgery. You know, depending on how thick and dry the polish was, that may or may not have left a little divot where I dragged through. And so the top coat smooths out all that stuff really nicely. And like I try to do, I'm wrapping my tips and my sides to try and really seal in that peel off to hopefully get some decent wear out of them. I will say, I don't know if I've mentioned before, maybe I have, at least on stream, the flashbacks do not seem to play particularly nice with the peel-off base. But I don't completely want to blame them, because a couple of the times that I've started losing peelies like earlier than I want to be. I've also like had a lot of exposure to water, or like I've been cooking something messy, which like sometimes messy food, like oily food. I mean, it's just the same as using like too much cuticle oil. It works in there around the edges, and before you know it, you've got a peelie popping off. Wake up and find peelies in your sheets, or just lose them at weird times. I know, just once or twice I think I've had one like peel off or start to lift while I've been like gaming, and it's like, oh, hold on everybody. We have to take an emergency nail break. Nail repair 911. Alright. These are really... It is, well, I was gonna say it is sunny out, but it's kind of like where it looks sunny, but then you take another look and it doesn't look sunny. Like hazy, like a very thin layer of clouds. I love the way these turned out. I really like these colors together. Yeah, I'm really heat sensitive too. C4. Like, I will get physically ill if I get too hot. And I have, like, ever since I was a kid. I remember one time being with my grandma and going somewhere hot and, like, literally throwing up at her friend's house. Not cool. Yeah, Sakrista. And it's like, I think part of it is that it just, like, evens it out. Something like a Smooshy, too. Like, hollows, when you stroke them on, you're going to get a much different initial finish than, like, when you smoosh it on, or even if you do, like, a water marble or something. And I feel like the top coat really helps to bring back a little bit more of the hollow. I don't feel like I can show it really well with the ring light. You're catching a little bit. I'm definitely going to try and get some pictures in the sun. I will try to remember to take pictures in the sun and remember to post those pictures on Discord. Painted dinosaur begging for hollow. Not today, Dino. I'm gonna leave him like this because I'm too tired to do anymore. I like him like this also. Plus, I'm too tired to do anymore. The ASMRs of the nail art world, yes. Oh, baby, pour some top coat on me. So thick and glossy. Don't mind me. I'm about ready for that nap before I get too much more goofy. Oh, psoriasis. That's too bad, Dino. I hope that goes away shortly. Let's see where I can send you fine, lovely people who hung out with me and help to lighten my mood on this lovely Saturday afternoon. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh no. I feel like I've been hosting Jerry a lot, but y'all are just gonna have to bear with me. 'Cause guess what Jerry's playing? We, Dr. Crotron, and I may have successfully turned Jerry into a Hollow Knight runner. Gonna go start supper, C4. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful dinner. I don't know what I'm eating for dinner yet. Thank you for the good vibes, Snoopy. You guys, all you guys chatting, lurking, watching. Thank you. So much positive vibes. I mean, I wanted to create a happy, positive place for other people too, but to be completely honest, sometimes a happy, positive place is really a huge benefit for me also. Like when I started streaming, I was just like, don't bring the negative energy into the stream. I mean, I knew I wasn't going to be able to be like, you know, right off the bat, but I was trying to just get here, and I feel better with my nails painted. I feel better for the laughs and the little bit of lewd jokes and just good times all around with you guys. So, yes. Yeah, so yeah, we're gonna go and we're gonna raid Jerry. He was trying to get the sub 5 hour the other day. He didn't quite make it, but he really enjoyed playing it, so he's playing it again. Thank you all for hanging out. The raid messages, Zote58. That's the raid message if you hang around for the raid. I hope you do. I will be playing Hollow Knight tomorrow at about 6. We're doing some endgame stuff. We've got some bosses to kill. We've got some White Palace to conquer. If you are into that, I hope I'll see you then. And if not, I hope you all have a wonderful evening, afternoon, whatever.